All right, we have an author without an author page called Spiral Architect. Leave my snacks alone, dude. Exactly, man. And Spiral Architect wrote the third frog. All right. Let's see what the third frog. Why the third? Why not the second? Why not the fourth? Object class neutralized. Euclid. Okay, so this is where this here, my good friend Steph, is an example of the Foundation thought one thing and later on found out another thing. I was like, well, nope, that's not true. It's not neutralized, guys. It's Euclid. It's not gone. It still exists. Rewrite the law quickly. Euclid. Special contained procedures. SCP-2655 is to be kept in a 0.5 times 0.7 times 0.5 meter glass tank and should be fed a steady diet and small beetles and flies. A pool of water on the left side of the tank should be replaced on a bi-weekly basis. As of 9th, 23rd, 13th, SCP-2655 is to be housed in a standard 3 times 3 times 2 meter cell. Well, that's way bigger. That's way bigger. Modified with lead paneling. Personnel are not to enter SCP-2655's room without a lead-lined suit. So we went from like close, almost a meter size tank, like you know, like 5 times 7, like, well, 50 times 70 times 50 centimeters to now 3 times 3 times 2 meters. It has grown. Description: SCP-2655 is a small frog of the Pseudocris crucifer species, commonly known as the spring peeper. The organism is 26 meters long and is mostly tan in color, with olive and brown markings on its front legs. What do you guys think of frogs, by the way? I have one friend who is deadly afraid of frogs, and I'm always like, they're pretty neat. They're pretty nice. They got some steez, you know, they got some style. It is biologically identical to any other member of its species, save for a numeral 3 written on its back in an unknown ink, and a bioluminescent effect during a set of time the frog perceives to be night. The frog is fucking glowing. The bioluminescent effect has proven to be slightly radioactive. Oh shit. At the time of SCP-2655's recovery, the radioactivity measured to a negligible 0.03 Ci, or C, I don't know. This number has increased by 5.1% of every 6 days after the initial observation. Yeah, that goes high fast, yeah? It's hypothesized that this effect has been present since birth, as no markings or defects to indicate a surgical procedure or experimentation are present. As of the 9th, 23rd, 13th, SCP-2655 has been neutralized. It was pronounced dead at 5:17 p.m. of natural causes associated with old age. The radiation appeared to have no effect on the host frog. You say that, but I feel like Foundation, you say that, but I feel like something might be a little bit of a lie there. I don't think it's neutralized fully. SCP-2655 was recovered on the 7th, 14th, 2013. The news of a glowing frog reached a staff agent in a suburb outside California. We're back in the US again, boys and girls. We will never leave. We will never leave US. I think that's the anomalous effect of Steph. Steph has the power to make all fictional stories take place just in the US. You think you know Harry Potter? No, you read Harry Potter around Steph, suddenly it suddenly says like Harry went to a US version of Hogwarts. And we all be like, that's not right. That doesn't make any sense. Following an interview with the family, SCP-2655 was placed in custody. Stephanie is an SCP, yeah? You are. You are. It's not my job. It's not my type to contain you. I'm just a guy who reads these things. I'm not here to. I'm not part of the containment team. I'm just here reading, making sure the information is all intact. Following interview with the family, SCP-2655 was placed in custody. The frog's owner, a 9-year-old male named Jack, reported in an interview that he had discovered the frog a year prior in its current state. Following events on the 9th, 23rd, 2013, see addendum I, the designation of SCP-2655 has been reassigned to the frog's previous owner, Jack. He has a numeral 4 written on its back in the same unknown ink and glows at night in a manner similar to the original SCP-2655. Unlike the original, the new SCP-2655's radiation emissions are significant, beginning at 2 CI and increasing by 7.3% every 6 days. Ooh, shit. Note dash A. I don't think people realize how dangerous this is. We lost a lot of good men on the 9th, 23rd, 2014, and this is an exponential rate of increase. A small one, but exponential is exponential, and it's only a matter of time before the lead cell we've got him in won't be good enough. I'm requesting a class upgrade. It'll probably be turned down because it is not exactly a threat to anyone, but at least I'll draw attention to this. Safe level isn't enough. I don't want to be the one who had to shoot a kid in the face because we ran out of funding. Euclid level SPs get almost 3 times the money that safes do. Considering all the equipment we're going to need to not die as soon as we get into that cell in a year or two, we can't operate on this though. We can't operate on this though. Dr. Colibri. Do make sense? I slept so bad yesterday, so my body's a little bit feeling it. That's why I'm glad that there's a shoulder reading time ago. So if I had another 5-hour read, I don't think I would have been power through it. As of the 9th, 30th, 2014, following a repeat of events detailed in addendum I, researcher is to be referred to as SCP-2655. It exhibits similar properties to the previous incarnations of SCP-2655 and differs only in an increase in the number on the back to 5 and an increase in emitted radiation beginning at 7 CI increased by 9% every 5 days. Yeah, so every time it dies, it goes up in the number, and then the amount of radiation increasement is increasing as well. Researcher was present during the 9th, 30th, 14 event, a total of 6 minutes. Prior to this, she had been tasked with feeding the second incarnation of SCP-2655. Total exposure to the second incarnation of SCP-2655 is estimated at 27 minutes. Addendum I. The following is a log of events regarding the death of the original incarnation of SCP-2655. 8:17 p.m. I can feel like my body like kind of like must be not only the fucking not only the bad sleep, but also the pill I took today for handling my hay fever. That's definitely like pushing my body to like reacting in an exhausted way. SCP-2655 has been deceased for exactly 3 hours. Radiation emission increased from 0.05 CI to 10 CI. 8:20 p.m. Since security B1 arrives on scene, lead line suits are distributed to all 6 personnel. 8:21 p.m. The corpse of SCP-2655 disappears from its tank. Site security B2 is dispatcher located. B1 is instructed to remain by the tank and provide updates on any changes. 8:27 p.m. SCP-2655 is found inside Jack's pants pocketed by site security B2 in the cafeteria of Site 22. Jack was aware of the frog appearing on his person and handled it for approximately 10 seconds prior to B2's arrival. 8:28 p.m. Jack begins to exhibit symptoms of an epileptic seizure. This is accompanied by 1.2 second pulses of 43 CI gamma radiation. God, yeah, this frog is killing people. Because Not like on purpose. It's just emitting radioactive power. 8:28 p.m. 8:29 p.m. Jack is sedated. Pulse to stop. 15 bystanders are treated for severe radiation poisoning, resulting in 6 deaths. 8:47 p.m. SB-2655 neutralized status revoked and containment is reaffirmed. Jack is moved to a lead cell for the foreseeable future. Well, Jack. Jack probably just like is like, oh, that's my pet frog. I just found it. Just looked cool because that's like number 3 on the back. Not knowing that it's a radioactive frog. That's fucking. Yeah. I'm also worried how many times is this fucking going to die, and how much stronger will the effect get throughout the time. You know what I mean? Because if it's already like at the point where like it's pretty worrisome already, it's like still like minor increasement or minor like radiation. Again, I don't know what CI means. I don't know how, like what is like a significant amount of radiation in those numbers. But like yeah, it would be worrisome if like that frog died like 12 times and like next thing you know it's just constant, like it just explodes in radioactivity.